What's up, y'all? Chastity here, and welcome to the first installment of Kicks and Corks, where I talk about really dope sneakers paired with delicious wine. Now, you're probably wondering, girl, this is a little bit left field. Where did the concept come from? Actually, I've been a fan of Air Max sneakers since 2018, and I thought it'd be a perfect time to introduce this concept on Air Max Day. Yay! It's my favorite sneaker. Absolutely love Air Maxes. And so today I'm just gonna pair some of my favorite Air Max sneakers with some wines that I thought would be, the ideal pairing if the sneakers could talk. So to get started, these are actually the first pair of Air Max I bought back in 2018. I was living in New York City at the time. Shout out to my friend Channing Beamer, who is the founder of C&K Daily. She's really the reason why I've become so obsessed with Air Max. But I saw that these were going to be released on the sneakers app because it was the 30th anniversary of this particular sneaker. Came out in '88 as a women's release. Fun fact. I felt like a cool kid going down to Kith in Manhattan, picking these up and wearing them. They're just so classic to me. They're real 80s. Like the colorway just reminds me of, fluorescent, neon. I thought this would just be a really cool first pair of Air Max to have. And when I thought about what wine to pair with it, I definitely wanted to pair the sneakers with a white wine, but I couldn't quite figure out which type of white wine. But I came across 10 City White, which is in Paso Robles. The winery is called Field Recordings. They're actually a maker of one of my favorite orange wines, Skins, again for another episode. This particular white wine is a blend of Viognier and Chenin Blanc. The aromatics, pear and golden apple and tropical fruit like some star fruit, some Kent, some pineapple, if you will. And I just thought that because it's so 80s and so retro, this pair of sneakers, kind of had to throw it back and think about the OG white wine grapes that aren't Chardonnay, they aren't Riesling, that aren't Pinot Grigio. Really dope to pair these OG sneakers with this white wine blend. So make sure you go ahead and get you some, okay? Last but not least, these are a re-release of the 2004 Bacons. They came out on Air Max Day last year, and so when I saw these and tried them on at the sneaker store, shout out to Success in the South Loop, I immediately fell in love with the colorway. And when she told me that they were named Bacon, I immediately thought about the time I spent in Tuscany last fall and the restaurant we went to that's actually a butcher shop, one of the most famous butcher shops in Italy. Dario Cecchini is a well-known butcher. He wasn't there that night. I think he was in Dubai turning up. But they have beef available in every form, from beef tartare to beef obviously flame broiled on the grill. And no other wine could go with these sneakers. Chianti Classico. Learning about the inception of the Bacon sneakers and how they were in partnership with Dave's Equality Meats, I immediately just thought about Chianti Classico and how spicy but full-bodied and peppery, and how it goes so well with meat. Again, a lot of just like dark red and black fruit, raspberry, black cherry. Just it's fragrant and floral. So think about like violet, but also just beautiful in color and really delicious. And the fun thing about Chianti Classico is that Chianti Classico itself, there is a sliver of land between Siena and Florence that represents Chianti Classico, and there are 11 sub-regions within that sliver of land, and there's so many different styles of Chianti Classico. But what I love most about this wine is that it does uphold against the most fullest of meats, whether it be beef or any type of game. If you're into bison, it also stand up to a good old hamburger. I thought that the Bacons would be perfect with this Chianti Classico, and it just came so naturally when I learned more about these sneakers. So that's that first installment of Kicks and Corks. I find that I'm going to just learn so much more about wine and of course sneakers. I know it seemed like this was all Air Max everything, but that's because Air Max Day is today, so I wanted to celebrate, come out the gate with my favorite sneaker. It's gonna be a monthly installment. Gonna talk to other sneaker lovers, other wine lovers who just so happen to love sneakers, and we're just gonna vibe and jam, and it's gonna be a great time, you know? If you wanna get more information about the wines and about the sneakers, head to my blog that's listed there. Cheers.